What's going on, everybody? It's Nick Payne with Facemask Fantasy. Today, reacting to the news that Dallas Cowboys wide receiver Michael Gallup is set to miss the next 3 to 5 weeks with a calf strain, and what the potential fantasy implications are as a result of the news. As for Gallup, he was standing on the sideline while the game was still being played out in the second half. And while that doesn't confirm anything, this is in no way any kind of medical diagnosis, but the fact that he wasn't ruled out right away or taken back to the locker room gives me some hope that Gallup can return on the shorter end of that 3 to 5 week timeline instead of the longer end. So that's the hope, but not the prognosis. In the meantime, Cowboys wide receiver 4, Cedrick Wilson, saw extended playing time with Gallup out of the lineup. Wilson caught all 3 of his targets for 24 yards. Still, he was outsnapped for the game by both tight ends, Blake Jarwin and Dalton Schultz, both of whom contributed in the passing game. So, in Gallup's absence, are any of Wilson, Jarwin, or Schultz worth a look as a waiver pickup? Now, first things first, CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper are likely to be ranked as wide receiver 1s for the duration of Gallup's absence. They soaked up a ton of the receiving work in the second half and figure to hog targets for the next few weeks. They are no-brainer starters in all formats. As for the role players, keep in mind, even with a healthy Gallup going into the game, the Cowboys did not list Gallup as a starter. Jarwin and Schultz both started the game. So, I have no reason to expect the Cowboys to suddenly list Wilson or any other wide receiver as a starter following a game that hit an over of 51.5. Just don't see it. That makes me much less inclined to want to put a waiver claim or spend any fob on Wilson. He's a wide receiver 4 for fantasy for the next few weeks, so only in the deepest of leagues is he to be considered. Now, maybe you're streaming tight end to start the season. I think Dalton Schultz, who outsnapped Blake Jarwin 57-48, is officially on that streaming radar for the next couple of weeks. Maybe not next week, not week 2 against the Chargers. They were pretty stingy against the pass in 2020, but weeks 3 and 4 against Philadelphia and Carolina, there's some definite upside there for Schultz as a streamer. Those were 2 defenses that were not great last year. The Eagles in particular do not have a good linebacking core, so that's a plus for the tight end. I would opt for Schultz over Jarwin if I were to make a suggestion between the two of them, not just off the snap count, but the simple fact that Schultz also outperformed Jarwin in the passing game. He caught all 6 of his targets for 45 yards. If he does that in either week 3 or 4 and one of those catches is a touchdown grab, he'll be a hit as a streamer. None of the other depth pieces are really a factor here. This is going to be all Lamb and Cooper for the next few weeks for the most part. Again, Schultz is just a streamer, but he's definitely on the radar. But you should feel excellent about either Amari Cooper or CeeDee Lamb in this early season stretch. They both have an outside chance to just kind of carry your team through the first few weeks of the season. What do you guys think? Put your thoughts in the comments section below if you have any about this situation, and we can have a conversation about this. Till then, this is Nick Payne with Facemask Fantasy, producing fantasy content for you each and every day. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for listening.